talking with Trina Erickson, and you're still on the board of the Rivers and Rivers Book Festival. Third year coming up.
Yes.
And coming up on the 26th,
Yes.
Saturday in Viroqua. And similar to previous years, maybe a little pared down just a little bit, but you guys are charging forward, and you got your lineup set and everything.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a good weekend.
Yeah, I mean, the basic components are still there. It's just that it's gone from, the first year was 3 days to 2 days, now we're doing 1 day. And I think it's kind of a little test to see what feels best. But still, it's the same concept where we're going to have many authors coming to Viroqua, and they will be speaking at McIntosh Memorial Library, Western Technical College, the Verdon County History Center Museum, Bethel Home and Services, Viroqua City Hall, and the Historic Temple Theater. And that has always been our goal, is to get people into downtown Viroqua and easily walking and navigating between these sites so they can see the beautiful shops and restaurants that we have in this community.
And that's really been a focus from the very beginning of this. I know that. I know that you guys try to keep things generally in the downtown walkable.
Yes.
Show off the town.
Yes.
At the same time, having events that are about here as much as possible.
It's really exciting. Both of the first two events drew over 1,000 people into our downtown for a very short amount of time. And we know the economic impact was significant. And that is the reason why our board of directors is so focused on doing this event in spring of year. We know winter in Wisconsin is tough, especially on small businesses. And if we can be the first to inject commerce into businesses at the beginning of spring, we are so happy to do that. And we have done well. Hundreds of thousands of dollars have been spent in the city of Viroqua and the surrounding area by attendees of the Ridges and Rivers Book Festival.
And that the lineup, I know you've tried to focus on Wisconsin if possible, as close to home as possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've kind of gone outside of that, but the subject matter is trying to relate to at least the Midwest.
Yes.
And this year's lineup seems even more, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's a lot of people that are from here.
I agree, Tim, and I think local first was maybe our theme this year. We're so thrilled to be bringing folks in. There's some authors are not local,
Right.
but they're very well known locally. William Kent Kruger as well as Michael Perry. They are two authors that will be speaking at the Historic Temple Theater. And I know people love these authors. As the library director of McIntosh Memorial Library, we see their titles in and out of this building all the time. We're thrilled to bring them to Viroqua.
And you've got people like Sue Berg,
Yes.
Marcy West,
Yes.
Tamara Dean.
Yeah, Marcy just wrote a brand new book, just came out probably early 2025 about the history of the Kickapoo Valley Reserve. Sue Berg, local author, big fan. She writes the Driftless Mystery series, and the new book in her series is coming out just a couple of weeks after the book festival. So attendees to her talk will get a little sneak peek about what this new series or what this new book is about. Bretta Lee, Westby area, she wrote a children's book about dachshunds on a farm, and dachshunds are going to be coming with her to the book festival. And one thing that we did last year, it was really fun, we brought them back. Wisconsin Family Theater will be here talking about the Morris and Boris books and doing theater with that. And that will all be inside the McIntosh Memorial Library.
And that's the thing, there's it's not just about books. I know you had something for kids both years, and it's just been really popular.
It's been incredibly popular. And the one thing that I just love is when you first walk into the lobby of the library, that's the headquarters. That's where you're going to start seeing vendors. And then we have vendors all throughout Western Technical College as well. So you can literally stroll through, meet publishers, meet your favorite authors, and have complimentary coffee thanks to McDonald's. There's nothing better to me than that rich smell of coffee and books. Dragonfly Books out of Decorah, Iowa is our main bookseller this year. They're helping coordinate author book signings, and you can buy numerous titles from our beloved authors coming this year.
And that's the thing, I think that's what surprised people in the first year and the second year was that it's very much a festival kind of atmosphere. You get that foot traffic going. And this year, I think you've added some food trucks or food to the lineup. So it definitely has that atmosphere. It's not just about books.
Well, you can start the day off in front of the Verdon County Museum and History Center with waffles.
That's right.
I know Christina Reeser-Janes and her beloved waffle wagon will
Real
be there.
Scandinavian type waffle.
Completely. And what I absolutely adore about the waffle wagon, for folks that don't know this, is Christina gives most of the proceeds back to the sponsoring organization. So half of the waffle sales will be donated to the Verdon County Museum and History Center, and the other half to the Ridges and Rivers Book Festival. Then we're going to have food trucks lined up along Rock Avenue, right outside the library entrance, serving everything from ice cream, and that is Sleepy Hollow's most adorable little ice cream truck is coming. We're also going to have pizza, hot dogs, French fries. So it's a great way to grab a quick meal, but if you're looking for something maybe with a little bit more substance, we have great restaurants in Viroqua that are in walking distance of the festival for you to sit down with your family and enjoy.
Yeah. And Michael Perry's the night before.
Nope, Michael Perry's the day of.
The day of. Okay.
Yep, so William Kent Kruger speaks on Saturday at 3 o'clock at the Temple Theater. And that is going to be the time when the book festival crew is going to have a little welcome to Viroqua ceremony. We have secured a really nice grant from the state called a GEM grant. And Drew Nussbaum from Department of Tourism will be here presenting a large check. And I will be introducing William Kent Kruger. And then later that evening at 7 o'clock, Michael Perry takes the stage live. And he is really darn excited to come back
Yeah,
to
if you've never
Viroqua.
seen Michael Perry, he's not just an author. He has a band. He's a humorist. He's just hilarious to listen to talk. And he tells these stories about growing up on a farm and
Yes.
living in a small town. His first book, Population 485, was all about living in a small town. So
Well, and in being engaged in a small town, he's been on the fire department. And,
Yes.
So I think people love him. He is not a stranger to Viroqua. He's been here several times, maybe even last year at the Temple Theater. And so we expect a really wonderful crowd.
yeah. 3 authors I want to talk about just quickly.
Absolutely.
Marcy West.
Yes.
About how the Kickapoo Valley Reserve came to be.
Yes.
That is just a fascinating story, and a lot of people in the area know Marcy West, but to hear that story about how that all unfolded. Tamara Dean, who's got a collection of essays that come out.
Yes.
That book is just getting rave reviews
It is.
nationally.
Yes.
And then Brian Reisinger, who is somebody
Yes.
that I have followed for a long time, writing about farming, about losing the family farm, and just about all that. And I think the book is Land Rich, Cash Poor, and that's I'm having a problem that a lot of people have given feedback about this festival, which is I can't decide which thing I'm going to go to because there's so many good things to go see.
We are really fortunate to live in an area that has some wonderful writers. And so to try to even figure out how to manage one day of this festival is really tricky because we have all these wonderful people that want to come and we only had so many slots. But you've hit on some great people. Marcy West, it's called Protecting Paradise in the Driftless. She speaks at 9:30 a.m. on Saturday at the museum. Definitely Brian, he speaks at Western Technical College at 11 o'clock, and Tamara Dean speaks at 11 o'clock at the Verdon County Museum. I would recommend for all of the information, the schedule of events, to visit ridgesandriversbookfestival.org. And there will also be plenty of printed programs if you don't want to do digital that you can grab and highlight where you want to travel to.
All right. Well, I think we gave people a taste of what's in the lineup and what there's to see. So
Absolutely.
hopefully people come out. Should be a good day.
Yes.
Hope for good weather, even if it's not good weather. We've made it through that before.
It
right?
snowed the
So,
first year, so
That's right.
we're ready for anything.
April can do anything. It's Wisconsin,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
All right. Thanks for talking to us. Trina.
Thank you, Tim.